During lobby duties, your main duties are to heal the patients coming towards you and fulfill the requests that they ask you to do, which you are essentially able to do, such as selling them medkits, pills, and health insurance. Other requests can include the person asking how to join EMS, which you can guide them through, or requests to speak to a high command, in which case you can use radio chat to ask if a high command is available. Please do not use voice radio while at PH or SH, as it causes voice glitches where your voice is stuck inside nearby people's heads. You can sell items to people through the G menu. Simply focus on the person, press G, then click on Organization. And from there, you can see multiple options that you can select from. The first option is Sell a Medical Kit. You can sell between 1 to 50 medkits, so if someone needs more, you will have to sell them in batches. The cost of one medkit is $1,300. The second option is Sell Insurance. A person can only hold one insurance at a time. Health insurance lasts 7 days and can be sold for $1,500. The benefits of health insurance include faster healing from the lobby, MPC John Smith, cheaper pills cost, and it is needed to get a gun license from the capital. Please also make sure that you always carry insurance on you. As a legal organization, all employees must carry a health insurance at all times, so make sure to buy one every 7 days from your peers. The third option is Heal a Player. This can be used to offer treatment and essentially patch their wounds. You can do this faster, however, by flexing your Z muscle, which does the same thing. The fourth option is to sell the pill for the disease. There are 3 different pills from the 3 different diseases in the city. This includes amnesia, poisoning, and cold. The price of pills depend on whether the person has insurance or not. So if the person does not have insurance, it will cost them $1,000. And if they do, then it will cost 50% less, so $500 per pill. The fifth option is Learn a Player's Illness. From this, you can learn what kind of diseases the player you are talking to has. A player typically comes up to you and may say, "I don't feel well," or "I feel sick." In this case, you can proceed to learn the player's illness. There can be 3 stages for each disease, and the stage number corresponds with the amount of pills you need to sell them. So if someone has stage 2, you will sell them 2 pills. If they have stage 3, you will sell them 3 pills, and if they have stage 1, you will sell them 1. You cannot tell a patient you have stage 1, 2, or 3 of a disease. You have to instead RP it and use the following terms. For stage 1, you have to say mild. For stage 2, you have to say progressive. And for stage 3, you have to say severe. So if someone has stage 2 cold, you tell them they have a progressive case of cold, and proceed to sell them 2 pills. If someone has stage 3 amnesia, you tell them they have a severe case of amnesia, and proceed to sell them 3 pills, and so on. The sixth option is check insurance. This option can be used to check if the person in front of you has health insurance or not. It may be used during the selling process of health insurance for RP purposes. The seventh option is injection of adrenaline. This option can be unlocked when you reach the junior paramedic role or the junior surgeon role. The adrenaline shot can only be given to LEOs such as SAHP, LSPD, FIB, NG, etc. Please also make sure if an officer comes off duty and requests it, that you essentially verify that they are a police officer or an LEO. So ask for their ID or form of identification. Ensure that you do the RP needed whenever you interact with others. If someone approaches you, you can say, "Hello, sir or ma'am, how can I help you?" and proceed with pressing the Z muscle to offer healing. Most of the time, they simply just want the healing and they might not want to interact/RP. However, do not spam the Z muscle unless there are many people coming into the hospital due to an event, for example. Whenever someone asks you for something, please ensure you always reply back to them. So, for example, if someone asks, "I need 1 medkit," reply back with saying, "1 medkit coming your way," or "I'll give you that right away." Otherwise, they might think you might be AFK, and leave to another employee or leave the hospital completely. Doing this also improves the RP, so please remember this. You also have to keep in mind that if a person approaches you with the gun out, you must tell them to put the gun away before you can assist them with healing or requests. Another thing is, if you would like to take a break through 10-9, please make sure you head to the EMS closet and lock the door behind you. Your break cannot be longer than 10 minutes. You are not allowed to sleep while on duty clothes even if it's in the EMS closet. So if it's going to be longer than 10 minutes, instead please go 10-7. Close your rota and go in off-duty clothes. You also must have a replacement before going on break or leaving your position. You can inform in the department in the radio chat before 10 minutes of when you want to take the break, and if nobody responds, then ask a high command to fill in your spot. You should always find a high command on that is available to take your position. Otherwise, if there is absolutely no one and you tried your absolute best, then you can leave, but also make sure to tag the @EMS role on Discord. If someone wants to change their gender, please let them know it's in the surgery room on the 2nd floor as shown here. The cost of the surgery is $70,000. If someone wants to change their appearance only, please let them know it's on the 4th floor and in the surgery room here. The cost of the surgery is $50,000. Please also note that if you are on lobby duty, you cannot leave your position and guide them. Instead, give them verbal commands on where they can go to either change their gender or only change their appearance. There are a couple of tasks that you can perform while on lobby duty. These include: number 1, the doctor task, which requires you to cure 30 patients. Number 2, the medications task, which requires you to provide 5 or more medkits as one sale to a patient. Number 3, the infections task, which requires you to sell 1 pill to a patient. Number 4, there is another task left called the supplies task. However, this task will be talked about later in detail in the lab tech video, as it requires you to perform a med run, which is essentially a medical delivery to the hospital. Please note that you have to activate each task at a time, so multiple tasks cannot be done at the same time. If you complete all tasks, then you'll be given $24,500, as well as an individual amount for each task done. To start lobby duty, first, head to the closet and get your uniform on. Then, if you have arranged an exchange with a fellow employee, use the format displayed here. So you would say 10-5 PH or SH, replacing, and then the name of the employee. Next, you'll open your rota using one of the formats below, either the PH1 or the SH1 essentially. After that, you may go in-game and start your duty. If you aren't specifically replacing someone, you can then say 10-5 PH or 10-5 SH alone as shown below. To go off duty, you either do 10-7 PH or SH, or 10-7 PH or SH replaced by and then the name of the employee, using a similar format to the ones above. Make sure you remember to then close your rota by editing your message and putting the off-duty time, such as below. Please note that the time displayed in your rota is the time in-game. Like mentioned in the previous video, you use the code A channel found under the logs category whenever your head pops, meaning whenever your game crashes. There are 2 ways to use this channel while on duty. First one is if you were doubled up at a lobby, meaning that there was another employee at the same lobby and your game crashes. In this case, simply just type something along the lines of code A at PH or SH, reconnecting, and lobby is covered. The other case is if you were alone in that lobby and your game crashes. In this case, you should also add the EMS role as shown here. We tag all EMS employees whenever your game crashes and you're alone to let everyone know, and essentially so that one person can cover your position until you either reconnect or essentially until he finds another cover.